But why are you storing dirty on this for that long? Like, why? Really? Why? So if you don't want to invite cockroaches, rodents into your kitchen to have some party, please wash your dishes, okay? And don't leave them to stay overnight. So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Rahila TV. Okay, so in this video we are going to be looking at 11 popular, or say common, mistakes that people make every day about their hygiene. I know that a lot of us do a lot of things, and we do these things. These are popular things, and we ignore them like they are normal. But man, these things, a whole lot of them are not normal. I know that some other YouTubers have done some video about some mistakes about hygiene, and they mentioned some things, but I decided that there are some things they didn't touch, and I want to touch those areas. So just give me your listening ear and watch this video to the end. I'll be right back. Okay, so please note that this point I will be mentioning and talking about, it's not only for women, it's for both women and men, boys and girls. So it's not tagged to one person. Okay, number one on my list is washing of hands. Some people really take washing of hands for granted. They don't really care. Like, they don't really care. It's not something that they are used to. But it will shock you that the amount of germs that are just dancing around in your hands are uncountable. You might not see it with just your naked eyes. Under the microscope, and you look at it, you will know that there are germs everywhere. We go out every day, even in your house, we touch different things. We go to the office, we touch different things, the chair, the cars, and all that. And all these things have been exposed to the air. And the air, you have a lot of things flying in the air that you cannot see with your naked eyes. So it is advisable that when you go out and you come back, wherever you are, just wash your hands. It's something that I'm used to. I can remember some years back, the year where Ebola was ravaging some African countries. I think that was when I actually cultivated the habit of washing my hands, because nobody wants to die, not yet. So I cultivated the habit of washing my hands, and it has stuck with me. So there is no time I go out and I come back that I do not wash my hands. If I don't wash my hands, I cannot eat anything. So cultivate the habit of washing your hands, and teach your children also how to cultivate the habit of washing their hands. Number two, rinsing your brush before using. See, this thing, a lot of people are victims of not rinsing their brush before using them. I have done this before. See, truth be told, I cannot come here and be telling you this, and probably I'll come and start lying, about it, or what I don't do. I've been thinking of this thing before. You just use your brush, and you keep your brush in the bathroom. In the bathroom too, there are a lot of things dancing around in the air, because you hang your towel, the toilet seat is there, you flush the toilet. Sometimes some bathrooms are kind of cold and damp, it's not airy enough, and other things follow that air. And the brush you use in brushing your teeth, you drop them there in the bathroom, it's just exposed. And some people, when they want to use their brush in the mornings, they don't even rinse the brush before using. So whatever that has been in there, putting their toothpaste, they just put it in their mouth, and those those germs, everything that has settled on that brush has entered their mouth. And before you know it, they start complaining of sore throat. What do you think sometimes gives you sore throat? All these things leads to sore throat. There might be other things too that can lead to sore throat, but I'm telling you, like, I know that these things, exposing your brush and with all those germs hanging around, can lead to sore throat. Things flying in the air, once you inhale and everything, they lead to sore throat. So not rinsing your brush before using it, or even trying to like have a lid like to cover your brush. They sell brushes like that in the supermarket or in the market where you go to buy them. They have brushes that have lid, like you use it to cover the brush. When I learned this thing, like, okay, exposing of your brush can cause tonsillitis, or you see children that they are always complaining of tonsillitis. Tonsillitis is sore throat. And it's very, very dangerous. Once you start having sore throat continuously and it's not well taken care of, it can, extend to your heart. And once it extends to your heart, that's another problem. Some people have died because of this. So it's just simple, simple way of caring about yourself and a hygienic environment for yourself. Get a lid or buy a brush with a lid and cover your toothbrush. It's as simple as that, just to protect you. And you want to use it, you rinse your brush. It's as simple as that. Number 3 on my list is storing your undies before laundry. Our women, well, it's not just women or men too, they do it. But really, why will you store your undies? Why will you store your undies? What you put under. You use it and you take it out. You keep it. You use another one again another day. You take it out and you keep it. Please, can you just tell me, what are you storing them for? There are a lot of things going on down there, and you use on this, you wear on this, and you take it out. Please, just wash it. Just wash it, because I don't know why it's there, why you are storing it. Because as you are keeping it, bacteria will be growing. See, for the women, we have opening in our body, especially under there. So why will you use on this? And sometimes when you take it out, it will be wet or something, like different things that goes on in our body, and you keep those on this and you're storing it until when you're ready to wash it. And some people, when you even wash it, you just wash it. Some just throw it into the washing machine, like let it wash. But what's that really? Do you think you have actually washed your undies? No, I don't count that as washing your undies. I see that as laziness, because that's the sensitive part really. So why won't you use your hand to just wash that under part? If you really want to put it inside the washing machine, but just try and wash that under part, then throw it inside the washing machine. That's better. But storing your undies before washing, nah, bacteria will grow, and once you wash and you wear, you don't know what's going to happen afterwards. So please do not store your undies before washing. 4 on my list is soaking your undies for days before washing. You can see how the initial point and this point are coming together. I know some people soak their undies before they can wash. I'm not saying it's bad, but when it now becomes bad is when you soak these undies for days, and the water that you use in soaking these undies is now becoming slimy, and it's now like your undies is now becoming slimy, and before you now eventually wash it. And some people, they will just carry it and put it inside the washing machine, like just wash. Yes, I know there are sometimes you can soak your undies. For me, I'm not the kind of person that just soak my undies, like I just soak it for days. I grew up with that, and it's one thing my grandmom likes me. God bless her soul, she's late now, but she always commend me about that, because as I was growing, even as a teenager, I don't keep my undies. I take it out, I wash it, and I make sure I wash it well. I don't keep them. So growing up too, it's become a part of me, except I know that I used a particular on this that needs to be soaked. So I soak, but I don't soak it past a certain time. Like that same day, I wash it off. It don't stay for days. I wash it off and I dry. It's care for myself. Like, really, why do we do this, women and some men? Those are common mistakes that we make, when we need to change it so that we can create or develop a better hygiene for ourselves. The fourth point: leaving dirty dishes overnight. Some people are already laughing, I know. A lot of people do this. In fact, my years growing up, I have seen a lot of people doing this, and it's normal. Well, I won't say, well, people have their different reasons, but for me, I feel that when you use a plate or use anything like dishes, wash them after use. Why are you piling them? Like, why are you keeping them? Who are you keeping them for? Like, is there an award to be won by keeping or piling dishes? I just feel you use something, you eat with a particular plate or something, wash them. It won't take you anything, my dear sister or my dear brother. Wash your dishes after using them. Keeping them to stay overnight, some people, it's just laziness. Like, yeah, I've met a lot of people, it's just laziness. Keeping them overnight to the next day, a lot of things can just go in there. It attracts cockroaches, creepy rodents, especially cockroaches, rats. They're piling dishes, so they know that there's leftover food, so they will always be coming to your side or to your kitchen so that they will eat the leftover food. But when your dishes are clean and the sink is clean, you might not experience that. So wash your dishes after use. The sixth point on my list is washing and leaving your clothes or undies for days outside before bringing them in. Yes, you might be living in a place where it's just your compound and it's fenced and you don't share with any other person. But for crying out loud, I don't know, people do this a lot though. And for me, I see it like, why are you leaving these things outside for days? You have washed these things, you hung them, on the line outside for them to get dry. If you are those that hang things outside for it to get some sun, why do you leave them outside? You see people now, after washing their undies, they will now spread it outside for days. Clothes, they will now spread it outside for days before they take it in. Like, I'm talking about 2-3 days. For crying out loud, there was no use washing it now, because you washed it for it to get clean and you put it outside and you left it again for days. So all the dust, all the dirty from everywhere has settled on the cloth, and the cloth is already dirty again. So that cloth was as good as not even washing it. And for undies, leaving your undies outside for days, you wash and leave it outside, and all those dust and everything settle on your undies, and you now take them in after 3 days, 2 to 3 days, and you now keep them and you now wear them. My dear sister, you are carrying dirty to your private area, and that might cause problems. By the time some people start having issues of having some kind of sensitivity, or they are being very uncomfortable, these are the things that happened that you did that caused it. So please change. Do not put your things out after you do the laundry for days before taking them in. Okay? 7th point on my list is not washing your ears and belly button. This is really, really underrated. People don't really think about these things, or it's not like a bother to them. when you are having your bath, you are washing your whole body. Why leave your ears? Because if you leave your ears today while bathing, you leave it tomorrow, you leave it like you leave it continuously. Before you know, of course, that part of the body that you are neglecting, we accumulate dirt. And when it accumulates dirt, it's dirty, like it becomes irritating. Like you can see some people, they start to have like build up in their all those hidden parts in their ear and all that. So why won't you wash your ears while you have your bath? You can just codedly, clean it up. And also your belly button. People just have their bath, they don't even care about their belly button. They just feel that it's just one part of their body that doesn't really need attention, and they bath, they don't even clean there. You know why you are bathing, water goes in there. Even when you finish bathing, like soap water goes in there, and you don't clean it every day, it will accumulate, and once it settles in there, it turns to dirty. And once it turns to dirty, of course you start having irritations. Yes, because like me, once my belly button, that's my navel, is dirty, like I feel some itching sensation in there, and I clean it up. Now there's a way I clean my belly button. I use cotton bud, and if you have methylated spirit to clean it, it will shock you that, for those of you that don't do this thing, when you try this thing and you do it, you will see the amount of dirt that is going to come out from your belly button. After you finish using methylated spirit with the cotton bud to clean, what I also do is I use the cotton bud with Vaseline, and I just rub it in the Vaseline, and I rub it inside my belly button and clean it off, so it becomes kind of suited and moisturized, and I clean it out. Then sometimes I just try and put in olive oil, like a drop on my belly button, just to give it that soothing sensation and all that. If a little child, those things can be used on them, are you not a human being? So why won't you do that? It will ease you from some kind of sensation inside your body where it's connected. If you haven't been doing it, please start doing it. It is good, okay, for your hygiene. 8th point, and that point is hair removal from the hidden part. Please, why do some people just leave a lot of hair on their hidden parts in their body, like under their armpits and in their private regions, like private parts and all that? Why do you just leave the hair to grow? Do you want to sell the hair? Like, why will you just leave it to grow slow? You see some men, I don't know what is the thing about them with leaving hair under their armpit. You see them with a lot of hairs under their armpit, and I'm like, but really, why that much? And if you're a lady, leaving hair under your armpit, I don't think it's advisable, because you want to wear something that is handless. You now leave hair under your armpit, you now raise your hand up like this. What do you want us to be seeing now? You are a lady, so you need to be clean. So taking out those hairs under your armpit is good. Taking out hairs under in your private area is also good. For me, I use cream, because cream works for me better. Some people use shaving sticks, but shaving stick doesn't work for me because I react to it. So cream works better for me. So if you can get a good cream that you are not sensitive to, or whichever works for you, just try and be clean in those areas. 9th point here is using deodorant. Please use deodorant. It will help you to just maintain a good smell, like just for you not to smell. Some people have some kind of intense smell. There are different deodorants everywhere. Just get a good deodorant and use. If you also are a person that have like very strong body odor, I've heard that some people said, okay, you can use like lemon, pour it in water that you use in bathing, then you bathe with it, and it can help reduce that intense body odor. But deodorants are very good. Please, women, men, please use good deodorant, just get one. And for some men that have a lot of hair there, because when you have a lot of hair there, it will even make, you know, smell, make, you know, you to sweat a lot, and it also results in your underarms or your body smelling. So please try and use a good deodorant for yourself, for your own good. Okay, 10th point on my list is proper cleaning of your under area. For my sisters, please, we should really, you know, make efforts in, you know, taking time to clean our under area. Yeah, I have met some medical people in my family at large, and you know, everybody has, you know, a lot to also say about this. Your under area should be taken care of. Some people use like all these femme fresh to use to wash. Some people don't feel comfortable until they use those things to wash. Some people use soap and all that, but I got to find out or discover that water would do. I'm not even so comfortable using like soap because it's sensitive. The soap might just get in there and I feel very uncomfortable. So when I use water, I know I use that water judiciously and I clean up very well. Whoever knows me knows that I know how to clean very well, especially under there. Like I clean, like I would clean. And I was told that cleaning too much has its own effect, you know, because there are some things in there that helps to prevent all bacteria and all that. So once you over clean, like all the little floras, so once you over clean them, you take them off, and you know, you are exposed to some bacteria and all that. If you're able to get those wash that is good alkaline like level for under there, good. But water is good enough. Just try and clean properly so that you will be fine wherever you are. So the last point here, cleaning your phones, keys regularly. Like, yeah, I know most people don't pay attention to these things, like keys, especially keys, phones. Phone is what you use all the time. You just take it out and use it. Dust, your dirty hands, you hold the phone, you drop the phone anywhere, another person picks the phone and you are holding the phone, you bring the phone back home, your keys, it's just moving that way. And we don't even think about it like, okay, let's clean this thing. There's accumulation of bacteria on these things. Yeah, at some point I was doing this, but you know, once you gain knowledge and you just make some adjustment and some changes like that. I try to clean my phone regularly. Sometimes I might forget though, but I try. So you have to start from somewhere. But that's why you see most times I wash my hands. You see this hand, and that's why I made washing of hands number 1, because it's very important, because we use these hands a lot. So, you know, cleaning your phones and your keys regularly. All right, guys, so these are the 11 things that I have on my list. I'm glad that you have stayed and you have watched this video to this point. Please, we should just try and make sure that we do these things. It's just for our own good and for our own health and benefits. So if you enjoyed this video, please, why don't you subscribe to this channel and also click that bell icon so that you will not see as I upload a new video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you soon on my next video. Bye.